It's the 6th of April 2013 and I'm at Bodylines Gym in Plymouth with boxing coach, the famous Alf McGuinness. Hello Alf. Alf McGuinness at Bodylines Gym, how are you?
Hello Chris, lovely, thank you.
So we've been going through your album.
Yes.
The album of your life, basically.
I can start off really, it's back in 1947.
Yeah.
And from onwards there, I've done my national service at 55.
So what age did you start boxing?
11 years of age.
So how did you get into it at 11?
Did I get into it at 11?
Yeah.
Well, a few friends was interested in boxing, a few bullies back in school, and we thought ourselves the only way we can do is get ourselves fit before we sort this sort of problem out at school.
Yeah.
And we joined up a club in town near the Kittle Institution.
Yeah.
And we was under the trainer of was under Pat Gamble from Ireland. Pat Gamble.
Pat Gamble.
Which he fought he fought Paul King for the British title.
And what year was that?
Professional. In 1950s, late 50s.
Yeah.
Late 50s. And he trained us, and from there we done school boxing. Got a lot of school boxing then. Was
there many people into boxing at that time?
At the time there, I was going on as an amateur. I started employment at Calumet Engineering and boxing like Wednesday to Fridays, generally twice a week. We used to pull a crowd of 1,000, which a book will tell you.
And where did they used to have the tournaments?
We used to have the tournaments in Calumet Engineering.
Yes.
Calumet Engineering, and also Drake HMS Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and plus all the clubs over travelling, like the Barnstable, Liscard, Keep Fit Club, what do you call every club you can imagine in the West Country.
Yeah.
And from there, you progressed. If you was picked or you got on some good fights, which our student won some good fights, I was nominated to take our place.
So health and safety has changed a lot over the years, isn't it?
Health and safety, yes, quite a lot, health and safety. But there again, I find the sport well entertaining, and I also find there's quite a few extra involved when you got the Olympic Games or Paralympic.
How does it affect you? You know, we're in April, it's April the 6th today. On the 4th of April, a boxer died in the ring, and it got headline news across the country. And it's the first time in 18 years, I think, it's happened.
Yeah.
Which is very sad for the boxing community, isn't it?
Well, according to that, and when you're working...
He didn't die in the ring, but he died from...
But working out that and find out how many boxers are, amateur and professional, and also all other sports, is kickboxing and judo and all that there, it's very, very rare.
It's like horse racing or anything else.
Exactly.
The deaths happen, but the minimum, and they shouldn't be thrown into hysterical proportions.
Well, you hit the nail right on the head there by talking about horse racing, because the man who won the national had a bad accident. Fell off his horse the following day. Probably got carried away with himself. Exactly. And took a stumble and got head and back injuries. So you're going to quickly take us through your albums then. Well, I can take you through the album here, like I say, from dates and all that there. This album now, which was lost, and bits and pieces have been put into the album when I went away into national service.
So what's this all about on the first page?
Well, this is here. I ain't got my glasses.
Sorry. 2, 1, go.
Right. These cuttings here from fights that I had at an older age, compared to what I could find to put into the book.
Yeah.
As I joined the national service myself.
Do you remember these fights?
Oh yes, yeah.
What happened at these fights then?
Well, all these fights here we are fought here mainly were Charlie Nose of the Gun Crew.
Yeah. So he was in your regiment, was he?
He was in Navy.
Oh,
and myself, that was when I was a civvy. I'm a civvy now. And before, like,
so you beat
national.
him.
When I went into the army, and when I come out of the army, I had previous amateur fights.
Yeah.
Like this one here, for instance. Alf McGuinness of Swilly, member of Price's Club, which was a new trainer, Tommy Price, which I stayed for many years.
What's Swilly?
Swilly.
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 What is Swilly?
What is Swilly? Well, Swilly was built up for the prisoners of war.
Right.
I don't know if you ever knew that, but it was built up for the prisoners of war and for the men that come home injured, but which didn't materialise.
So, I mean, this video is going out to probably international. So, Swilly is an area of Plymouth.
That's quite right, yeah.
So it was designed for prisoners of war originally, or prisoners of war were kept there?
When the war was still on, you still had, can you call them prisoners of wars, because they built quite a lot of milehouse and done all the roads at milehouse.
And also the breakwater.
That's quite right, and the breakwater. This one here, I'll give you a little read up on this one.
Yeah.
Alf McGuinness of Swilly, a member of Tommy Price's Club, to amateur boxing promotions at Exmouth on Saturday, Exmouth Hall on Saturday, when he dealt out a convincing beating to no less than Michael Connor, the national ABA light welterweight champion. Writes our boxing correspondent. Officially, at the fight, we had the Patchway boxers come down here and their promoters, and as it states here, I took Michael Connor's place and won the fight, and that was December the 13th. I can't remember the year.
Yeah.
December 30th. As it's there in black and white, look. I replaced Michael Connor, who had been originally selected.
Yeah.
It's another tour Price's Club boxing in the States there.
So have you ever knocked anybody out?
Yes, quite a few.
And how does it feel to knock people out?
Well, I suppose it feels the same when you feel a punch yourself a little harder than what you accepted before.
Yeah. Do you ever get concerned about them?
Yep. You do get concerned.
Yeah.
But the point is, nowadays, you got now the protection which we never had was the aid guard.
Yeah.
And when you see it now, you got an aid guard, you got a body protector, you got gloves.
Helps to prevent the egg shaking effects of the brain.
Exactly. And the aid guard is actually used like anybody that's had a fall and they think it's broke a neck or a spine injury and all that, which more or less saves you when you get punched and gets knocked down to the ground in the ring.
Yeah.
And the point is, it breaks your fall.
Yeah. So what have we got here, Alf?
Well, this one here is another meeting, another one here. 5 Plymouth men for Exmouth. That was the show again from Tommy Price's.
Yeah. And
it was in the middleweight was Georgie Bray of Price's Club, 6 counties champion at Georgie's weight, and also Bray. Price's light welterweight, Alf McGuinness, be up against a tough nut to crack. This is a fight previous, and he's up against Michael Connor, which you'll be meeting at Sidmouth. And that's a bit I've read, split in bits.
Yeah.
Which I'll give you details of that, and you know.
Yeah, it's a great record to have.
Yeah. There, right. This one here. This was another 1,000 crowd held at the Royal Naval Barracks. At what they call HMS Drake.
Yeah.
And there was a fighting then on the bill was Charles Nose. They called him Ginger Nose.
Yeah.
Charlie, good light welterweight, good man, really good.
Did you get a wage for the fights?
No, it just got trophies. Trophies, or you could never receive money as amateur.
Yeah.
They wouldn't pay you no money whatsoever.
Because you become a professional as soon as you get paid.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
And this fight here, if you
that's the problem with my career.
If you look,
I keep being told I'm an amateur because I'm not getting paid for what I do, but I'm good at what I do.
That's the same as what I've done this week. You know, all that crowd.
Yeah.
This is the. Do you want that writing in there?
Yeah.
Right.
Just trying to move away.
This McGuinness Nose return should be a thriller.
Yeah.
But let's get over this turf fight.
What was this? This is a ticket from somebody.
That's a ticket from the Lord Mayor's Fund.
Yeah.
And this is just telling you McGuinness and Nose.
Is this the same
figured recently in one of the most thrilling contests seen at the Royal Navy Barracks, Denport.
Yeah. What was that fight like, if you remember it?
This fight here?
Yeah.
I beat Charles Nose down here. Beat him down here. And no complaints. Good boxer.
How many rounds do you think you took?
Three 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
A return match with him here. If I show you a return match. The return match, and I'll give you the what's the other if I can't find the cutting. We boxed in the Royal Naval Barracks.
Yeah.
No, it's a different one now. Right.
So what was how many? What did you win on points? What sort of points?
Win on points. Yeah.
Okay.
This is another fight here. Again, it was all the champions. Alf McGuinness of Price's Club registered another.
Yeah.
Victory against P. Boyle, the Reading light welterweight, in the third round. This is the return. I like to talk this over with you, as I said there. This is the return fight. ABA knows the Royal Naval Barracks, the president of the Royal Navy champion, and the second meeting between Georgie Bray and Wessiel. McGuinness and Knowles figured recently one of the most best thrilling bouts at the Royal Naval Barracks, Denport.
Did you write that yourself?
No, they did. Even Herald. That's a bit of
that makes a change for the Herald, doesn't it?
Now this one's
something to do with fighting and boxing. It probably will be good.
This one here is further ahead.
Yeah.
But it's which beat this one, Kerr, wasn't it? Yeah, Kerr. Yeah. This is in the
Billy Man
regiment. I was in Royal Army Service Corps. Royal Army Service Corps, and this.
How long were you in that for?
2 years national service.
Cool.
And there's the proof.
Yeah.
Winning the 15 training battalion.
It's got a bit faded now, but it's still there, isn't it?
Winning the trophy of all services.
Yeah.
In Germany, Osnabrück.
Yeah.
All fights all over Great Britain. Fights all over Great Britain. And after the winning,
the first time you, apart from your military career, did you do a lot of travelling with the boxing out of this country?
In my national service I did. Yeah. Like I said, I'm getting to the...
So it's a good way of moving around.
Yeah. I don't know who this one is.
McGuinness shows ringcraft and punching power.
Yeah. That's the Queen's Hall Barnstable. I fought a man there.
Does that still exist?
Terry Nichols, I beat him.
Yeah.
Terry Nichols. Beat him convincingly on points.
Yeah.
There's a boxing reporter there.
Was he about the same size and weight as you?
No, I started giving away a little bit of weight because I couldn't get fights and couldn't get training partners.
Yeah.
And I found that way. I got that one. That was Colin.
Thrilling last round at our Royal Navy Barracks.
That's what's the other, yeah.
McGuinness, I haven't got my glasses on.
I fought Ivor Thomas of Ewell, President Welsh ABA light welterweight tight loader.
So the army have helped a lot with the boxing in Plymouth.
The army helped everybody a lot of boxing. You stood a better chance in the service, and if you could get through into their team, you find that you was well looked after and well fed too.
Yeah.
See, this boxing from Biddeford, which I fought another bloke from the Royal Marines, and that was Ivor Thomas. Marines Corps, light welterweight, tight loader. As you can read along here and put that story in there yourself.
Yeah, I've already got it actually scanned. You've got some pictures in there as well.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. I think it's a cutting better for you to read.
Pride of Plymouth, that's Alf.
Yeah.
It was taken a couple of years ago.
Quite a few years ago, yeah. See, look, it's falling all out here, look.
Yeah.
Definitely falling out.
So do you have a boxing tournament that stands up from any other?
Well, I think the ones I've got in this cutting book, which I can find and gradually stick in, that was Michael Connor was an outstanding boxer in my weight, as you can read, or if he's read it yourself, and it says, and I beat him convincingly.
Yeah.
And
so how many years have you been teaching boxing?
Well, I'm still been in the game of boxing since in the late 1962s. Then I turned from there, coming in. 62, coming in 1962, and I finished up. I turned a professional trainer, and I had the 5 Sullivan blokes training, which 2 of them in the family fought Lord Hunnigan, and losing on points. Another one there, though. I don't know where that comes from. There's a programme of that.
I'll scan that one, I think.
Yeah, right there. See if we've got my name on it. There it is. Alf McGuinness, Royal Navy Parks, the Russia Navy champion.
Yeah.
And Alf McGuinness's Price's Boxing Club.
You don't know what year that was?
The 6th of November 1957.
That's lasted well, isn't it?
No. On top of that,
I was 1 then.
1957, I was just coming out of the National Service.
Yeah.
Went in at 55 and come out 2 years.
Crikey.
I'm trying to get this. It's just names, you can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame we haven't got the dates, and then we could have got the records.
Well,
from
that's what I'm saying. It's nice if you can get hold of the papers.
Yeah.
Nothing here.
Oh, look at that. There it is.
There's one of the Sullivans.
Yeah.
That's Dennis Sullivan.
Yeah. Well, they became renowned
and he fought Lord Hunnigan. I trained as a coach with his dad, who was manager.
3, 2, 1, go. Boxing trainer Alf McGuinness.
Alf McGuinness, boxing trainer, right, is put through his paces by Dennis Sullivan.
Yeah.
But on Saturday...
What are they famous for? They're renowned fighters.
Yeah,
because keep mentioning that.
And I say Alf will be showing plenty of fight to complete the marathon, which I did. On several marathons.
Yeah.
Run several marathons, not one.
Yeah.
And this is my boxing team, Army Service Corps, Royal Army Service Corps.
Yeah.
And my friends, Kenny Lynch. Kenny Lynch.
Is he a comedian?
Kenny Lynch is a singer.
Right, okay.
And he won...
because there was a comedian called
Kenny Lynch. He had a record, first number 1.
Might have been the same one.
On the roof.
Up on the roof.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember that one, yeah.
And that's 1950s.
Yeah.
I know you'd have got the book and you've seen it, you would have read it.
Yeah.
You would have loved to see it. This one? These are all different fights, Here's this one.
Devon Boxing season opens this week.
Stop there. Yeah. Stop there.
Pride of Plymouth, that's Alf. Have we seen that one?
Yeah, got that one, yeah. Okay. And there's the Plymouth date, all on there, March 2nd, 1985.
Yeah.
And I see professionals, that are professional boxers, and that's our meeting at Stoke. And that's where we used to appear there, wearing all our boxing ties, and a presentation.
So have you always lived in Plymouth, apart from being in the military, when you were travelling around with the military?
Yes, always lived in Plymouth. I like to say, pick out one or two for me, was a good professional was Flash Atkins, and quite a few professional boxers' names is called out.
So what year would you say was the highlight years for boxing?
I would say it started off getting good fights. It was 1955, which was service personnel, and found out different boxers from different regiments holding the good titles, and having them for good sparring partners, which they used me as well. So we were all in it together.
Did he go through like a doldrums period as well?
Yes, yeah.
And it seems to be picking up again now?
It did, but I've got to say the national service was non-stop. It was always boxing. I mean, if you went in there as a sportsman, any sport, and you got picked, you can say you was well looked after. Retirement.
Birthday honours for Mayflower's first boxer. Have you still got all these trophies on a shelf?
Yeah, I got them home. Yeah, all the strip,
all the in boxes.
Yeah. All the strip in colours was Mayflower, and as you can see here, it says I was the first man to wear the Mayflower colours into the ring. Opening show.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Flashback to the 1950s. Which before I went in the service, I boxed right through from 47.
So how old were you there in the 1950s?
1950s? What can I say?
You had black hair then?
Yeah. This one here in particular, I was still done at Mayflower, which they give me a presentation of a clock on my 67th birthday.
You still got that clock?
Still got the clock.
And it still works?
Still works, yeah.
Good.
I only got it for the time.
Well, time's money. If you're a professional, that is.
This is right up with Scott Dan as well. Professional, good boxer. Done a lot for Mayflower. It says here, all boxing through and through. This is Mike Drake, who was on the committee of Mayflower, and son, Alf Mayflower go together. Alf is boxing through and through, and is loyalty to the club and beyond question. Said Drake. He's very active. We're still training, and a senior boxer twice a week. Still training senior boxers twice a week. Also, someone asked him for help in the weekends, all will be, or without any question, without.
So have we got any more in there to look at?
Yes, a lot, but there's a lot missing on the bloody book. But I want to come here. This is one at Calumet. I'm trying to get Boyle and all that. Boxes, Welsh ABA, Irish ABA. Now it's going to pieces. I've sorted them all up. Well, threw them in, but after a time, as you can see, wear and tear. When I come out of the National Service, the book was hard to find. I found it was more or less dumped out when we were shifting. And
so what do you think? Do you go through highs and lows as a boxing coach or a boxer? And if so, what were your lows?
What would I?
Do you go through highs and lows? At times when you feel high or low?
Well, the point is, you never feel low, because the point is you're more concerned about the boxers and getting them through their fights. Because as you know, you feel yourself, you may sweat and you may also think about it, which they don't say, oh, I don't worry about it. But honestly, before you go into the bout, but any bout, boxing bout, you'll find you got a little bit of nerve there.
And what are your highs then? What were the highest things that the highest achievements, or the highest, the most exciting things you've done in boxing, or even in a tournament?
Well, I suppose when you've won one tournament and you've come out into the ring and just stuck one left hand out and caught it on the chin and he's gone backwards and they've counted them out, I think that was achievement on my own.
So you've got a daughter in Australia?
I've got a daughter in Australia and a grandson.
Yeah.
And I got a daughter in Southampton. And well, the family's in Southampton.
Yeah.
A good family.
So they left Plymouth to go to Southampton?
Yeah, I've seen them last week.
Yeah.
So I've got to say that. I did see him. I was looking at that there. I'd love to find that. I got Welsh boxes, Irish boxes, and all that there, which on the Evening Herald.
Yeah.
When I do find it, I like to show you in black and white so people can just read it and say, Christ, you know.
Yeah. So this is Terry Nichols.
Terry Nichols is more of a welterweight.
Yeah.
But I used to give away, as you can see, I used to give away a few pound. As fights was beginning to get hard in the West Country.
Yeah. So how do you like the way boxing is going at the moment?
Well, what you see in boxing is boxing, and sometimes you put on a show there and see somebody, you know, you think really as a professional,
yeah,
they put everything into it, and you do get a bad one, and you do get some brilliant fights, you know.
Well, thanks a lot for that.
My best fight is to think Nigel Benn and Eubank.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest fights I ever
seen. To watch.
To watch, yeah.
What year was that about?
Well,
it's quite a few years ago.
Can't remember.
Never mind.
No, not really. Not all that many.
Chris Eubank, yeah.
If you want a copy of it, and I've got a copy, but it's how you do
anyway.
it. Yeah.
People can YouTube it.
There's another one there. I'd just like to finish this one off here.
Okay.
Alf McGuinness will be up against D. Cogan, the Irish welterweight champion, which I beat. So you ain't got the papers just to show you.
Yeah. One thing before you go, do you want to say anything to your family in Australia?
Yeah, I'd like to say to my daughter, Maxine, I suppose now at this time of the day or night, or daytime, she's on the golf course playing a sport which I've played but absolutely no good. I'd like to win the trophies that she's won and the money as well.
And she's in the sun somewhere.
She's absolutely good. And the son-in-law.
How long have they been over there? How long
went over for 9 years, come back and look around and went back again.
Yeah, can't blame
them. Went back again. I got a anybody in? I got a grandson.
Yeah.
He was disabled living over there, and that's what they done it for. They went over to Australia mainly with the grandson to give him more heat for the body, and they're going up.
Yeah. So thanks very much, Alf McGuinness, for going through your life story with me.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
What's your name?
Blake.
Blake?
Yes.
So how long have you been coming to Bodylines Gym?
In my second month at the minute.
Yeah. So what made you decide to come to Bodylines Gym?
The free weights best, as far as I know, is the best bodybuilding gym around.
For pure weights?
Yeah.
Do you work?
Yeah.
What sort of work do you do?
Window cleaning.
Sorry?
Window cleaning.
Window cleaning, so you're outdoors and keeping healthy anyway?
Yeah.
So how far are you into training tonight?
Well, I'm just coming up to the end of my second month.
Yeah.
But yeah, about 10 days left of the second month.
How long have you been training here tonight?
About an hour so far.
So how long's the session left?
Well, we've got 2 more sets of this and then one more machine. Oh, well, about half hour.
What are you hoping to get out of it?
Eventually.
That's all it's working out,
yeah, eventually, like muscle gain and get bulkier and bigger.
So you can pose in the sun when you're window cleaning in the summer?
Yeah. Yeah.
So can I follow you through doing some working out then?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks to John Curley, Alf McGuinness and everyone at Bodylines Gym in 2013, 12 and 14. This has been a Chris Summerfield video production 2013. 18. You can contact me at ccsPhoto12@hotmail.com, and if you can help to sponsor my videos, you can PayPal me at ccsPhoto1@gmail.com. Thanks for watching the video. It's a lifestyle thing.